and today we are going to be planting up some of those concrete planters. You know, the concrete planters that I went to Lowe's and I had to fight tooth and nail to get because I saw them on clearance, and then I had to fight to get the clearance price. And you know, your girl, she held her own and she came up with those planters. So today I went to Lowe's and I purchased some flowers that we are going to be planting in those planters. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see, these are those concrete planters that I'm going to be planting up, and these are the plants that I'm going to be putting into those planters. And the first plant is going to be a creeping Jenny, which I think is amazing. And this is a perennial, and I love that chartreuse color. So that's one of the plants I'm going to be planting up. And then the second one is annual, but it's a geranium. Isn't that beautiful? And look at the contrast of that plant. It's going to be gorgeous. And we're going to be sitting this somewhere in there. And then I went and purchased some of these beautiful marigolds. They need to be watered because this soil is super dry. And so these are the three plants that we are going to be putting together, and this is what they are going to be looking like. So let me get all of my tools together and let's get this planter planted so you guys can see exactly what it's going to look like. And I also going to put this coleus in there. And this plant was given to me by Gardening with Bernie. She gifted me this plant and she grew this plant from seed. So I am so thankful for her gift to me, because all of my planters are going to have a coleus as the centerpiece. And then I'm going to incorporate these plants that I just showed you into that. Look at that. Isn't that going to be a beautiful presentation? Look at that. Love the colors. See? Look at that. Doesn't that seem, look how it just pops. Gorgeous. I love putting plants together in different combinations, but when I knew that I was going to use a coleus, I said I have to find some very distinctive plants in order to plant with this coleus so this plant will pop. And I think I've done a very good job. What do you guys think? Let's put it all together and see exactly what this planter is going to look like. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this coleus out of here. And I think, I don't know if I need to split this one, but I think this one would be great. But I know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these bottom roots off of here, because I need these planters are kind of shallow, so they don't go very deep. So I'm going to put this coleus right in the middle of this planter. Hope you guys can see that. And we're just going to drop it down in the middle. And then we're going to backfill it with some of this fantastic soil here, as I'm sitting there getting bit by these mosquitoes. And then we're going to put this geranium. I think we're going to put, let's put the marigold in the back of this. I think that's going to be beautiful. Right on the side of the coleus. And like I said, I'm going to have to water this plant in, because look at that. It has good root system, but it is so dry. You can tell by the wilting of the leaves. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop some of this bottom part off, and we're just going to stick this on the side. Yeah, because I want it to have a nice little, take that leaf off. Want it to be able to be seen, and you always, like when you're taking a picture, you always want to put its best side forward so it can be seen and enjoyed. And we're going to use some of this in the back as a filler. Even though I popped the bottom of the plant off, you can still use it as soil to tuck it in the back of your plant. So the next one we're going to do is we're going to plant this geranium. And again, I'm just going to take, and it doesn't hurt the plant if you take some of the bottom of the soil off, because sometimes it's like a rebirth for the plant, because it's been sitting in this cup for so long that the roots have gotten root bound, and sometimes they just need a little rejuvenation, and that is going to be perfect. So we're just going to put that there, and then in the front we are going to put some of that Creeping Jenny, which is my favorite plant, because Creeping Jenny is a perfect candidate for a plant to have. Like, you need your thriller, your filler, which is going to be our geranium and our marigold, and the spiller. Spiller means that your plant is going to cascade over your planter and just make it look amazing. So like I said, I'm just going to take the bottom of that plant off, and it'll be perfect, because Creeping Jennies are very hardy plants. I've had these growing in my garden for such a long time that I've gotten accustomed to having this plant in my garden. So I've learned how to manipulate them and learned how to work them to the best of my garden's needs. So there you go. We're just going to put that in there, and then once I get it all planted, then I'm going to give it a good little drink, because I have 2 more containers that I have to get all planted up so they can look beautiful. Alright, you guys, there it goes. And sometimes the spiller, you can train it or you can manipulate it to go in the direction that you want it to go. So I'm just like moving it around, so when it grows, the grow habit will come this way and on this side, because we don't want it all to be just bunched up right here. So what do you guys think? That is the first planter down. I'll give you a little closer look. Look at that. I love it because all of the colors pop. They look great. You have the red and you have the yellow of the marigolds, which is a good complement to the geranium because of the variegation of the red on the leaves, which is beautiful. And then you have our thriller, which is supposed to make us get all excited about the first plant that we see, which is the coleus. Compliments from Bernie. So thanks again, Bernie. And then we have our wonderful spiller, which is our Creeping Jenny. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and plant my other 2 planters, and then I'll give you a final look of how they look on my back porch. Alright, I'm so excited. First planting of spring of 2023. Ta-da! Alright, let me get the other ones planted up, and then I'll come back and give you the big reveal. Okay, so this is the finished product. What do you think? Let me give you a close look at it. So we have the geranium, we have the Creeping Jenny, we have the coleus, and we have our marigold. So that is beautiful. And then I have that one here, and then let me walk you over here to this one. Same planting combination, which I think is beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And see how the colors pop with the other plants? Beautiful. So let me go show you the other one. And remember this geranium right here. Okay? Keep that in mind. Don't forget about this geranium. So remember I said don't forget about that geranium? The reason why I said that is because we are missing a geranium. I could have sworn that I brought 4, but evidently I only purchased 2. So I have to go back to Lowe's and I have to purchase 2 more. But that's okay. Even without that geranium, this planting combination still looks beautiful with the beautiful marigold, the coleus, and the Creeping Jenny. Alright guys, I just wanted to let you see my planting that I did for those planters that I purchased from Lowe's. They came out amazing. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give your girl a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share me out, all that good stuff. I had fun bringing you my first planting of spring 2023. All right, guys, take care.